Okay, here's some homework help for the absolute deviation worksheet. If you get a modified version of this, you might need to ignore some of them, but otherwise this will be helpful. So the absolute deviation, basically what that means is it just wants to know the difference. Like if you subtract something, it wants to just know what the digit is. It doesn't care about positive or negative. In the in-class kids are using graphing calculators, and there is a math button on the calculator and they go to number and then they click this thing called absolute, and that is where they do their subtracting, and it gives them their answers and it takes away the negatives. Since you guys don't have that, what you're going to do, the absolute deviation from -2 for all the numbers. So how we're going to do it is we're going to take that -2 and we're going to subtract each number in the list. So -2 minus -4. Now, in the calculator, when they use that absolute bar, that absolute button, it automatically will give them an answer without a negative attached if there's a negative. So what you're going to have to do if you're at home and you don't have the graphing calculator is you can solve this problem, -2 minus -4, don't forget the negatives, and we get 2. So in that case, we don't have to worry about the negatives. So let's go through the set. -2 minus 8. So -2 minus 8, I get -10. Here's the thing. If it's absolute deviation, I'm just going to write 10. Because 10 is how many places it is away. So that's what we want to write. I don't care about the negative. We're just writing the digit. So the next one, -2 minus 3. This will be another one. -5. I'm just going to write 5. Then -2 minus -2, and that's 0. Then the last one, -2 minus -11, and that gives me 9. So just remember when you're subtracting, since you don't have the graphing calculator, or assuming you don't have the graphing calculator, just when you subtract these, when you do these problems, if your answer is a negative, you just drop the negative for your answers. So just put the digits out to the side. Number 11, calculate the mean. That's the same as saying calculate the average. So figure out what all of these numbers are in decimal form before you add them. So 3 divided by 8, 0.375. Negative square root of 81 is -9, -6.45, and 3 3/4 is 3.75. So you have to, step 1, add them all up. Step 2, divide by how many numbers are in the set, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. Scientific notation, remember your decimal after the first non-zero number, and then we count all the way to the end. So that is 6. Since it's a big number, it starts with a big digit that's not 0. We're going to write the decimal, -4.52 times 10. Like I was saying, it's a big number. It starts with a number other than 0. And I counted 6 places to the right. Same thing on these. There's your decimal, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But since we counted backwards, to the left, and it's a small number, it starts with a bunch of zeros, my little exponent will be negative. Positive, we're moving this to the right. Negative, we're moving it to the left. On the true or false, to calculate absolute value, you have to use the math button on your calculator. Since you guys online didn't get that, that is true. To calculate the mean, all you have to do is add the numbers together. Is that going to be true or false? I always tell you about 2 steps. number 20, think about your number line. If the farther away they are from 0, the smaller it is.